So I've got my basic features of my owl here, and that's a big part of sculpture is you want to work really general to specific. So I've just got the head, the wings, and now I need to think about where I want to put the money slot and the cork. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the money slot back here behind the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of sketch out a rectangle using a paper clip. And you want to make the rectangle a little bit bigger than you think it needs to be because clay does shrink when it's fired. So that moisture is pulled out. So now I'm just going to go back in with this and I'm going to slowly carve down. I can even use the paper clip to get in there and pull that out. Now this is going to be kind of a messy hole, and that's okay. This is where you want to refine. So I'm going to come back in with the popsicle stick. I'm going to make a bank there. Now it is not required that you include a cork, but it is strongly recommended. So since I'm putting the money in up here, I'm going to create a cork hole on the bottom. Now you don't want to use the bottom of the cork. You want the cork to go through. Well, actually you could use the bottom of the cork because it's going to shrink. So I am going to use the bottom of the cork. I'm going to go around and I am going to just trace the bottom of that cork. And I'm going to carve. Now when you carve, you want to carve at an angle so it kind of funnels down. It should kind of go through the clay like that. So don't carve straight down. I'm going to carve at an angle. Just going to kind of sink that piece in. Take your time. Again, I'm missing the mark in a couple of these places. Going in at an angle. And then this is again where you can come in with the paper clip and use it to pull that clay out. Again, it's not going to be pretty at first. It's okay. We can come back in with a popsicle stick and smooth things out. You always want to smooth them out. Don't leave any rough edges because those are going to become jagged when it comes out of the kiln. Now what you want to do is just kind of rough fit your cork. See if it goes in there. And then try to get it out. So don't push it too far in. And if it fits, it's good. If it's a little loose, what you can do is you can patch some clay in there, add some in, and add it. So I just have my cork hole there. And the nice thing about opening up a cork hole is now you can go back in if you need, and where you've attached these, you can kind of push your finger in there and check for any holes or any gaps in there. So this is a chance for you to work back in. Popsicle stick kind of acts as an extender. You can kind of clean that up and go in. So we've worked kind of general, and we didn't want to get too specific because you just saw it happen. My owl's head got flattened. So you just kind of want to get your basic attachments on, your basic forms, and then you're going to go in, cut those two holes, and then now you can get into the zone. You're going to let it dry out. You're going to get it leather hard. You're going to add any final attachments. Maybe I'll add some feet to this by scratching and attaching. I'll make some claws down here. I'll add them. And then you can go in and you can start adding texture. And that's where you can use things like your popsicle stick to kind of create the plumes on its chest. You can carve away using your tool here and you can create some textures. But what you really want to do is you want to refine it now. You want to smooth those details out using your tools. You want to add some textures. You want to make it unique. So finish sculpting after you carve those two things out and then really smooth your areas out. It's really important that you let it get dry, let it get leather hard, and then clean up your sculpture.